Line 3, Nancy. Calling out of Parma this morning. Hi, Nancy. How are you?
Well, how are you, Nancy? What can we do for you today?
Yes, I just basically wanted a general reading and see if there's anyone around me in spirit.
Oh, okay. Well, when someone says general reading to me, that could, obviously just be anything. So let's see what pops up. Gosh, we have tons of things around us. But Nancy, I want to thank you for calling in. You have a lovely spirit yourself. You're a strong soul, and I do believe you've got great attributes. As I look into the fullness of your energy, I find that you want to be really on top of things dealing around patience in the next month or two, because you've got lots of gifts regarding that. Now, as I move forward, I'm seeing great pictures of a lot of smiles and laughter. This is connected to children. And what I saw was outdoor enjoyment with this, which indicates you're going to have some real positive interactions throughout the summer regarding children. And so this also can reflect symbolically that if you've had concern with children in your life, and this regardless of the age of them, you'll be pleased someplace in midsummer how well things are progressing, for example. Now, as I look into something about people in spirit around you, I instantly get a very, very strong impression of a male who's with you. Now, I also have a strong sense you've got, I believe, roughly 4 to 5 people visiting you off and on. One of them definitely goes to your father energy. I feel this must be your father that's coming through. But the other male that stands closest to you, the one I was speaking of first, I'm not sure who he is. He's very, very close to you. It makes me wonder if he is either a spouse or a brother. That I'm not connecting to with, but my goodness, the supportive energy that they're bringing through at this time is very, very strong. But let me ask you a question, Nancy. Just say yes or no, sweetie. Have you been to the dentist lately, or do you require some dental work?
Probably.
Well, that might be what they're showing me, or maybe you're that type of person who is very thoughtful and oftentimes may hold her words because you don't want to hurt people.
Sometimes.
That could be what that means, too, symbolically. Let me ask you a quick question. Did your father pass over?
Oh, yes, a long time ago.
Because this man is just bringing through lots of positive, uplifting, and supportive energy. He's so proud of your strength and you having good opinions, and he's just real proud of you, is what he's bringing through often. Let me ask you one other question. This other male I keep seeing, did you have a spouse that crossed over?
Well, yes, in a sense.
This man comes through like that vibe, like I said. But the other thing I want to touch on with you, though, Nancy, before I get to commercial break, sweetie, your activity level of those in spirit that are coming towards you is very high at your home. So I wouldn't be surprised that you could be just, at home relaxing or doing a chore or a small project, and all of a sudden, boom, you get the sense that they're all around you, or you may all of a sudden look for a moment and see one of them. But I feel this activity is a blessing, very, very positive. Is there in such a gratitude and supportive, almost like we've got your back kind of vibe for you, Nancy. Listen, sweetheart, I've got to go. I want to thank you so much for calling in today and for listening. God bless you and have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Line 1 is called Idaho. That's all I was given, but the caller's name is Chad. Hi, Chad.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Chad. What can I do for you today?
Well, thanks for taking my call. This is a first-time listener, first-time caller.
Well,
I'm originally calling for my stepdaughter, Maya. She has some experiences, but actually she wants to talk to you instead, so I'm just going to hand the phone over to her.
Okay, great. How old is she?
She's 11.
Great.
And
We'll put Maya on the phone. I would love to talk to her this morning.
Okay, thank you much.
Hi.
Well, hi there, Maya. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing really well. You know, Maya, you've got a wonderful energy about you. And you're 11 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have a vibration, like myself, of being a little bit of an older soul. But anyway, moving forward, Maya, you're very intuitive. You are what I refer to as a sensitive, and that's a good thing. It shows that you came to Earth for many wonderful reasons. And one of these reasons is to touch lives and to help people. But, you know, sweetie, as I touch on what's going on with you, you have concerns in your vibration. Let me ask you a question. From your perspective, are you in some form experiencing people from spirit that are talking to you or communicating with you?
Yes.
Because that doesn't surprise me. Now, am I correct that this happens mostly in the evening times or at night?
Yes.
That makes sense. Because what I'm sensing with your energy is that you're not always real happy about this.
I get really frightened or something will happen.
Yeah, I bet it could at times. I can relate. I've been there. You know, and every blue moon, I still go, oh, you know, that startled me. But, you know, bottom line, let me tell you, honey, there are several things that can be done from a perspective of love. Now, there are two basic energies here on earth of consciousness and all things. One being that of unconditional love or positive things. And then there's the opposite, the dark side or the energies that are negative. Now, when we have that reaction in fear, sometimes a blessed soul like you can literally make that fear energy strong enough that we can draw more things to us. Now, if you want this to stop with some of these, basically you pray about this and call upon your angels and ask God to intervene and visualize white light and send those who are visiting you beautiful prayers of love. And that is going to alter all of this experiencing for you as well. So please keep that in mind too, okay?
Okay.
Because they will listen to you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so keep that in mind. Now, here's a suggestion. Now, I'm going to tell you this because of my own experiences. I would strongly suggest that from this point forward, don't watch any negative movies or scary type television shows or things like that, okay?
Okay.
Focus more on the good things because, honey, you have an ability to sense and see, like I do, real positive things as well, and to see the angels and to see, you know, beautiful people who have crossed over in spirit as well. Now, here's the other part I wanted to touch on. You know how we go to school and we learn and we grow because we're preparing for our future, correct?
Yes.
That's what every moment of being on earth is about. So when you find yourself in this type of moment, remember, I know it, like I said, it can be frightening at times, and especially when you wake up with dreams and having some nightmares attached to it like you have. But these moments also are there for us to learn, and more importantly, to become stronger in our faith. Because as you anchor your faith, you know, in that light of God, this is where you become the best you can be. And I do know this, as you move forward, these negative experiences are going to soften, but it's helping you again become stronger and receiving the insight and the guidance that you need as you grow. Okay?
Okay.
Did you have any other questions that you wanted to? You're awesome and extremely intelligent, by the way.
Thank you. But I have a question. Well, my little brother, one night he was screaming mine or my mom's name or something, and he started walking around the house and then went back to bed. Well, when I went to go check on him, there was him, like a ghost that looked just like him, on the side of the bed, looking at me, and while my little brother was just laying straight on his bed.
Well, you know, sweetie, I don't know what to do with that exactly. That could be a number of different things. That could have something with a very, very strong, what I would call a dream event, even though it may appear to be awake being awakened or being awoke at that time, I would just not focus on that too much, because part of that, again, I think is going to be ultimately a very interesting experience in the long run. But hear me clearly, honey, there's no evil in your home, okay?
Okay.
Hear me clearly on that. There's not. So please keep that in mind. If there was, I would be telling you, okay?
Thank you.
Maya, thank you so much, sweetie. I've got to get to my commercial break, but I want to thank you so much for calling in. And remember, you got some great love and support all around you, honey. We'll talk real soon again. God.